not only are the crypto markets crashing, every market is crashing. It's a big gigantic hand signals. And I have to say, Mr. President, I can't stop winning.
Mr. President, it's
Mr.
too much
President,
winning.
It's too much winning. It's too much. Look at all my money. This used to be real money. Now I have monopoly money. Right? Yeah. I can't afford to buy eggs. I can't afford to. It's a total carnage. Let's run. Let's bring it up. We can be like who's that guy? Who's that guy on the Joe? Jamie, bring it up. Pull up the charts.
Please, Mr. President.
But it's bad. So today the markets across the board red.
Hold on.
Okay, whilst we are loading this, I hope you visualize it. It's a bloodbath everywhere.
Okay, wait. I'll need to create a new scene.
Yeah, create a new scene.
Even our Streamlabs got liquidated.
Even our Streamlabs got liquidated. It's savage. It's time to find a new job. Is it, Ron? Good morning, Glibber, Triana. Long time no see, guys. But okay. So jokes aside, so a lot of traders are actually really hyped right now. I'll actually tell you a stupid story. So this morning I actually loaned out some USDT because I know a lot of traders that I know are actually going for a long and they don't have enough USDT. So I became a temporary bank this morning when I was trying to to help people get enough USDT so they can gamble on the market. So it's gonna be great. Say hi, guys. Say hi. Fiat crashed too. Everything crashed. Yeah. It's brutal. The markets, I'll just read you guys some numbers out today, okay? So, in terms of numbers, Hang Seng Index, so this is Hong Kong, exchange, we crashed 9.56%. Hang Seng Index. This used to be the most stable one. Usually when it crashes 1%, people are panicking on the streets, HSI. Usually it's like 1%, like, oh shit, all these old grandpas and the old uncles and everyone, usually it's like 1% is bad.
Yeah.
But 10%.
Yeah, look at that gap, dude.
So this is a big indicator for a Chinese market too, because a lot of stocks are actually Chinese stocks are listed in the Hong Kong markets as well. So the Chinese are feeling. So China's like, bailing out. China money's leaving. Hong Kong money's leaving. There's another one here as well. You can check out the Nikkei. Nikkei tumbled with 8%.
Oh my.
8% carnage. So very much so that we are. Oh hey, they bumped up a little bit. It's not that.
No. Looking at the daily, no.
No, it's carnage. It's carnage. So Korea, KOSPI fell by 4%.
What's the ticker?
KOSPI. Taiwan fell by 9%. Singapore declined by 6.26%.
Everything.
Carnage.
It's not just crypto.
It's carnage. Okay, let's bring on the crypto market. So given that information, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You know, when stocks do 3%, we usually do 10. Yeah. You know, we're like, crypto market's like, yeah, we're better. We're better than you. So when stocks dump, we were like, yeah, we're done further. We're done. We'll show you what dumps are like.
Yeah.
We'll show you, but so far so good, to be fair. Well, not so far so good. It's carnage, but it's not.
It's not the end of the world yet.
Yeah, it's not absolute carnage. I think we have a double sound here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we'll just move that as well. Okay. Just double check our sound as well, guys. So hopefully that'll fix our sound. So tell us if there's anything bad on the sound, guys. But yeah, today the market's not so good, Ron.
Yeah, how's everyone feeling?
Yeah. So let's bring up the charts. Jamie, bring up the charts. Jamie.
Alright, let's look at BTC.
Let's look at BTC. Oh, so we're out of the 8 range, huh? So this is actually quite interesting because BTC is not that bad. All right, 77K. We're still really strong in terms of overall. We still haven't dumped down to like 56 or 50 because the initial pump was really strong back in November, right?
Yeah.
So we dumped all the way back in March. What was the March event that dumped Bitcoin down so much?
Here?
Yeah.
It was the announcement of the tariff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the tariffs are coming and then now the tariffs are here.
Yep.
Okay.
This is the reciprocal one.
Yeah.
The reciprocal tariff. Yeah. Actually, I'll load up my chart here. So, yeah, there's a lot of lines. Hold on. I'll just get rid of the ones that are not important. But I'd say the max pain. The max pain is around 52. Max pain.
Max.
Okay. I really don't want to see max pain. But if you compare
Maybe
this.
it goes back as a video game.
Like the Max Payne case, it happened, I think, the last bull cycle, right? This one right here, Max Payne. So after COVID, the stimulus, you had the pump, and then you had the China announcing the ban, right? Max Payne to the 618 golden pocket fib, and then resume to a new all-time high. So we're sort of in this situation too, but we're not even close to Max Payne yet for BTC. That's what I'd say. We're not even close to 382. I think a lot of people are calling for a retest of 72K because after Trump was announced, became president, right? Nominated as president, it started pumping. Yeah, he won the election, right? That day.
The election pump.
Yeah, the election pump so overextended, and people are calling, a healthy correction should be a retest of 72K then onwards, right? So all in all, for BTC is really on track. We're still on track. But for alts, especially ETH, man, this one is
wow, carnage. We broke out. We broke down. Huh? We just totally got obliterated.
Yep. In terms of being bullish, I think that's right now kind of invalidated because we're even below the 0.786 level here.
And this is why I'm placing along, because I'm feeling like this is way oversold. Like, if you compare Bitcoin and Ethereum, like Ethereum is very unhealthy, which means like there's a massive panic on the streets right now.
Yeah.
It's just obliteration. And I do feel it's kind of interesting because I think the Chinese markets are overreacting to this. Like, the funny thing that's going on now is that the Hashkey event's on today, Web3 Festival. So I bet the big guys who are big ETH holders there, they don't have the opportunity to buy in yet, which is a possibility right now. Like, it's a conference stop. It's a conference stop. It's a hash. If you actually look at today, so Web3 Festival. So Hashkey are the guys with 1 million Bitcoin.
$1 million Bitcoin.
Not 1 million Bitcoin, but 1 million ETH. So they're one of the earliest investors in Ethereum, and they've been the ones that were pumping Ethereum really hard in China. All right. So this is the event that's on today. You see a lot of Chinese people. You see Vitalik. So Vitalik was actually one of the if you look at early on, he actually advised them. So he actually went to China. He was like paraded around China. China's very E-focused. This is the E-focused gang in China, and they're all here on a conference. So all the big players are here, and they're just like watching this dump. And we've seen this quite often, like during a conference when the big shots are gone, like markets tend to dump a bit because the buyback is just not as strong. But yeah. The Ethereum crash might be two possibilities, right? It could be a possible that it was not looking great in the first place, and then this cascading group of liquidations, which actually presents an opportunity, right? So that's why I did place along. So I think you can mark this down. I'm placing along at this level. So 1550. Let me check what my level is right now. So let me check my actual buy now number. So yeah, placed it at 1570, so a little bit higher than this. I'm down 3K right now. But I do think that it could pop up a little bit. So as long as you can like outweather this storm, it could be a possibility.
Yeah.
But it feels bad.
It does feel bad. Really.
Yeah. And it takes us all the way back to SBF times. I was like talking to a bunch of people, friends this morning, so I'm just gonna move this away. It's like this is SBF level.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like SBF price Ethereum. This is like not even like I don't know, it's not a 2025 number. This is like a 2021 number.
It's so sad to see this happening, man. It's really, really sad, dude.
So we feel your pain.
Yeah.
Well, I think Brian is at the end of a cycle. I think this is the beginning of the cycle. I think like the cycle never really started for ETH, to be fair. It's like it was what it was. It's just
I actually got some good. Like, okay, for me, right? Whenever markets in this situation, we want some copium, right? So we got some good data to back up that copium. And personally, I think it's not the end of the cycle. I think there's still so much more room for BTC to grow. I hope that can also translate to ETH and the other alts. But as far as I know, personally, BTC still has way more room to grow. I'll show you here. Okay. All right. I got 3 data sources. Okay. First of all, high cycle top, right? So basically, you have this orange line, which is the 1-day moving average. Then you have the green line, which is a longer term one, 350-day moving average. And every time the orange line crosses above the green line, it signals the market top. And that happened in 2014, that happened in 2018, that happened in 2021. Right? So as of now, if you can see,
we're nowhere near.
We're nowhere even near, right? The orange line is not even close.
There's no death cross.
There's no
orange. But we do have a guy with orange hair.
Okay. Mr. President, it's too much winning.
Too much winning.
Yeah.
Too much winning. But no, not enough winning. We have to call the president. Not enough winning, President, Mr. President.
Yeah. So that's one information, right? Okay, wait, hold on. I messed up the chart a little bit. Now, there's some arguments against this. It's like, oh, now that there's so much institutional coming in and it's like 70% of the volume is big players, will we see another same move happening again? Or will this be the first time that this pi cycle top indicator will not work? Okay, then let's go to the number 2 data. All right, we got the Z-score. Okay, the Z-score is basically the comparison between Bitcoin's current market value, right? The current price of Bitcoin versus the realized value, which is taking the price of each Bitcoin when it was last moved, the last time it was sent from one wallet to another wallet, and then adds up all those individual prices.
So this is kind of like the hodlers, what the hodlers are doing.
Yes, exactly. You know what I mean, right? And it strips out the short-term market sentiment. It filters out the noise. It kind of gets a gauge of the true long-term measure of Bitcoin value. And here you can see the orange line is that realized value, and these are the overheated level here, right? We had one in 2013, 2018, and then the last bull cycle 2021 right here. Now we're like not even halfway to the overheated zone. But you can see, comparing the 2018 and the last bull cycle, the peak here was February 2021, which is interesting because the all-time high was in November 2021. So it's sort of forming like a lower high structure right here. So maybe we might not see inside this overheat, but maybe.
But this actually makes sense, right? So a few things to just take into account here. Obviously, this is a logarithmic graph here.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where you can see everything. So this is like when the initial whales cash out, right? This is like kind of like feel like this is when this is like a cash out zone, right? People cashing out, like the long-term wallets, the old wallets are cashing out, wallets cashing out. Now it's like not much cashing out going on. In fact, you see that there's 2 peaks earlier on, right? Like during inauguration, they're here. Like there's the dumpage is actually the old coin dumpage is like at an all-time low because the people who are in the long game, they're the smartest ones, right? They're the ones getting richer and richer and richer, which is why you see all these like Bitcoin guys just like stacking with cash, right? Like the OGs are always getting richer, and you should always follow where the old money is going, and they're just like, yeah, we're not concerned. We survived a million. We've survived a million bears. This is not gonna affect us.
Yourself included?
Not enough. I'm still counting my Monopoly money. I loaded at too much Monopoly money. Am I overinvested a little bit? I think Saint Morta says I have overinvested. LOL. I mean, it all happens to all of us, but it is what it is. I mean, I assumed the market would go up a little bit higher. But you know what? There was a big sign. So when Trump came in, there was a lot of hype because we suddenly realized, okay, regulation side, we got this, right? But the problem is, I think one sign that we failed to see was Trump was cashing out. He was dumping, right? He was making the Trump coin, the Monarch coin. Yeah. He was just obliterating this market. He was just like, he was the one who took memes down. And he cashed out. And he knew tariffs were coming, right? He knew, like, I think that was the biggest realization in this market was like we thought, okay, Trump was like, he started off doing the radical but stuff they can all agree on. Now he's doing the radical but totally tank the market sort of shit.
Mr. President, this is too much winning.
Mr. President,
I'm getting so tired of winning.
$2,000 for an iPhone. Mr. President, $80 eggs. Mr. President, my McDonald's is like triple the price now.
Oh my god!
Because I think that's the realization a lot of people are coming. That's what the market's feeling, right? They're like, okay, look, they're pre-selling the market right now because they know that the world economy is going to go down a shitter, right? If these tariffs are kept in place. There was a recent announcement by the Singaporean president. He's just like, shit's coming, guys. You want to see that? Singapore?
Go ahead.
Singapore, it's on YouTube. So Asia's warning up because Asia understands, right? Like it's like there's like worldwide warnings now. Let's see. Was it the president or prime minister? I think it was this guy. He's just like,
my
shit's
fellow
coming, guys. My fellow Singaporeans.
I've said before that the world is changing in ways that will disadvantage small open economies like Singapore. Some had previously questioned this assessment, but the recent Liberation Day announcement by the US leaves no room for doubt.
So I mean, you can see the tone here. It's like, yo, Singapore. It's like he's just saying, yo, Singapore, brace for impact. Brace for impact. Holy shit, shield up. So yeah, the world. I mean, obviously we saw and we said these numbers are not a small amount. Stock markets are crashing completely. And this is a realization that we're gonna move into a very scary world. Now, I actually think this is quite interesting because Bitcoin traditionally has been viewed as the anti-recession here, right? During times of struggle, during times of where trade breaks down, Bitcoin actually becomes really powerful. So I think the realization of this hasn't really kicked in yet. I think this is why, yet again, this is a good opportunity for anyone who is really believing in decentralization. This is a strong point because if you think about it, as the world economy starts shrinking a little bit and people are seeing the effects of the tariffs, they realize there's one unmovable currency. That's Bitcoin, right? And I think that's where Bitcoin holds a lot of value. And then, of course, we have Ethereum, which brings decentralized financing, right? And these financing elements are not affected by these barriers, these borders that are being placed on this world. So we looked at a few stats. So we looked at the markets. I mean, Ron showed us two really great charts, and I'm showing you guys more of the overall strategy of this. Like, why are we in crypto? Yeah. And why are we dedicating the next 10 years of our lives into crypto? It's because it's not just about the short-term gain, but the long-term, this stuff makes a lot of sense. You need currencies. Like, look at gold, for example. Gold is a historical high. What is Bitcoin? It's digital gold. Yeah. People are going to realize, hey, I can't move my gold for shit. Then they're gonna have to move gold somewhere else. Let's look at 10-year data for gold. I actually didn't realize gold grew this much. Did you realize gold grew this much?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah. I thought it was here. I thought it was 25. But but it's 30. So gold is like taking off because like everyone's realizing like where can we go, right? And I think it makes sense. Like think of it from the big money perspective. Any wealthy, high net worth individual, if they're being asked for speculative investments, they're not going to click on any investments. I think the banks were selling me like Tesla Link shares. They're saying, oh, we can get like 12% if you buy a Tesla linked asset, which is like, oh, if Tesla doesn't dip below 200 or something like that, you'll get like 8% yield. But if it dips below 200, you auto buy it. Okay, so one of those products, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna touch that shit. You know, like right now it's still I don't want speculative investments. Like if I have USDT, I'm gonna keep it into USD, or I'm gonna keep it in gold. I'm gonna keep it in something that's not very market exposed, right? So I feel like this is what's happening right now. So anyways, it is a case where the markets are overall just like the stock markets are bad, crypto markets are bad, and it's just this initial impact of this. But I do think the long term realization is that we're actually quite distant from this.
Yeah.
The crypto itself is actually designed. It's made for this. Silver prices not that much. Silver prices were a question about silver prices. So it's a case where gold prices went up, and then silver prices not so much. Boring. And then price.
You ain't first, you're last.
I just want to fact check this really quickly because platinum. Usually we think platinum is a higher grade than gold, right? But platinum just sucks. So like, look at platinum price per ounce. It's cheaper than gold. Does that make sense?
Because we're League of Legends players.
League of Legends players. So gold is better than plat. Like
it was all no wonder there's
shame on you, Ron. You're a plat player. I'm a gold player.
yeah.
Not to say we're not to say who knew gold was so much better than plat, like 3x better.
Yeah. Gold, dude, crazy.
But yeah, I didn't know that. I like it's just the brainwashing from video games. I thought it was like just like a fun fact, right? Gold is 3x better than plat. You know that, Martin? Diamond's still good. Okay, diamond's still good.
Let's check diamond.
Diamond's still good until the synthetic diamonds are there.
Yeah,
diamond synthetic.
Too many bot accounts.
Too many bot accounts, guys. All right, guys. So, anything else we want to talk about? Oh,
yeah.
Airdrops. Oh, yeah. One last thing. You do that and do airdrops. Then we'll do airdrop stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So, this one, right? Pi Cycle Top telling us cycle. Okay. What? The market top is not even close for Bitcoin.
No.
Okay. And if you don't believe, okay, maybe this is not your cup of tea, right? Who the fuck cares? It's about moving average. The Z-score telling you on-chain metrics, the sentiment of long-term for Bitcoin. Even if this one you don't care, okay, let's whip out the old reliable liquidity, right? M2 global supply.
Okay.
Yeah.
M2 global supply.
Right? What line is it? The red one, right? It's increasing. And Jerome Powell said last month that they're slowing down on quantitative tightening. They didn't say exactly QE, but they say they're putting a halt, sort of, on QT. So the central banks, or this data takes the M2 global supply from the top 21 central banks or all around the world. I can't English right now. They're printing money, and usually whenever M2 global supply rises, there's a lagging indicator for Bitcoin to pump. So it's like you'll need to wait like weeks. No, not weeks. Usually like months for the price to start pumping. So even AI thinks that Claude 3.7, there's a strong correlation between M2 to the price of Bitcoin. So the comments here also said correlated, yes, but it's not a price prediction model. But usually this one
where's money going to go? See, this is the biggest problem, right?
Yeah.
Because like basically a lot of money's got to go somewhere.
Yes,
right, that's what I'm saying, right? There's a lot of money in the world. Money's got to go somewhere. Let it go to Bitcoin. The problem is, I think that the current issue is that because there's so much instability in this world, like where does money go? It goes to gold, right? I think this is the biggest problem. It goes to gold, not into crypto yet, but I do think this, right, from a strategic perspective. If you think about it from Trump's shoes, right? Trump's got to make money somehow. He's not going to make money by tanking the market, right? Look, think about it. He's not a pump and dumper. Okay?
Is he not?
He's a dump and pumper.
I like that.
Right? He realized the market was too overheated. He can't pump it anymore.
No.
He's like, let me dump it first. All right? He just slams down on the dump button, right? Then he's gonna just buy it up. He knows exactly when to buy it up because he's gonna cancel all the tariffs. They're in talks, right? Then they'll be like, oh, talks are successful, right? So it's one of those plays where like he knows exactly when the timing for everything is. It's just that we don't know.
Yeah.
Right. Like, we can guess. We can make an educated guess, but he knows.
He knows.
So he is the king of dump and pump. Dump and pumper.
There's no one like that.
There's no one like that. There's no one like that.
The greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
Yeah.
The dump and pumper.
The dump and pumper. I mean, he did say here that when asked about the market, his response like, sometimes you have to take medicine.
Yeah, the dump.
Yeah.
The dump and pumper says, "Let's dump first, baby."
Yeah.
So it might be more pain though.
Yeah.
It might be a while before.
Yeah.
Maybe by a while I mean a few months, but in crypto terms, some people think that's forever.
Yeah.
So
this is also the copium for that. So right now the volatility index, right? We're actually higher than August 2024 when the Israeli war was happening. Remember that August 2024 dump? People were like, "Oh no, it's the bear market." And then like September it started consolidating. People were talking about, "Oh yeah, this is a good place to buy in." And then Trump became president and boom, pump, right? So it's very similar situation right now where I think the max pain for BTC, I think specifically for BTC is kicking in. I would say, technical analysis wise, a 72K retest is not necessary because you had consolidation here for 4 days at 76K, which we have already retested once, right? That dump on March 11 and yesterday. So some weekend on Sunday we had a big dump, right? That usually doesn't happen. But let's see how price holds for BTC this week. If it's gonna be a pump, I really hope this area would get swept at 90 to 95K. I think if you're gonna ask me, hey Ron, are we gonna crack all-time high soon if there's going to be a pump? I think a flip of this level right here, 104K, is very important for continuation up for all-time high for BTC. You can see very strong swing failure pattern. What? SFP, swing failure pattern. Yes, here. Twice equal highs for BTC. So structure-wise is telling us it's good for BTC. But my concern, and I still cannot crack the code, is for ETH. And yeah, I do agree with you, Michael, that this is like way oversold, right? Way oversold for ETH. But the scary thing here is once it broke below 0.786, it's usually it looks for a new floor. And there's rumors that the Ethereum
is going to be very low.
It's going to be very low, especially there's talks on CT that the Ethereum Foundation's liquidation price for their ETH long is actually here at 1.1. They can hunt that, but I think they can just add more margin to lower their liquidation price. So this is like, I don't know. Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's brutal. So basically for me, just looking at the high time frame, it's very easy to see where BTC is going, but for ETH and alts, very confusing. It's very confusing.
It is, and I think yet again, I don't know. I think I'm so numb to crashes. I don't feel it anymore.
Oh yeah.
I feel no emotional, connection to this.
Yeah.
But I just see opportunity.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just like an opportunity play. I think right now I have top opportunity is see if this long situation plays out. And it could fail. It could be the case that we get hunted. But I do feel like Ethereum, Solana, like all these alts, they're on a very heavy discount right now.
Yep.
So buying that makes a lot of sense. And I know it's good that I held out on a buy because there's a lot of people who are like, oh freak, like it's showing me Solana and long term and stuff. And
really?
Actually Jordan from Cube Exchange, she was like really big into Solana, and I wanted to increase my Solana position, so I held off then because I thought everything was a little bit unstable. So now I'm actually looking into re-entering Solana more because the tech is if the tech is strong, that works. But yet again, when the tech is strong, it might work out in 5-6 years, and you don't know, right? But short term, who the fuck knows, right? This is the problem with trading short term. The second thing I think I'm focused on is Airdrop. So we actually have the Airdroplet website up.
Yes, sir.
So this AI programmed. So no shame in that. So I kind of figure out how do you contribute more to the space? And we used to rely a lot on a lot of devs to produce tools, whatever, to make our lives easier, right? And I want to bring that to us as a whole community. So this is the airdroplet website, which kind of ranks all the airdrops. This kind of stemmed from the original spreadsheet that we made with Ron, and like we kind of ranked these airdrops and say what was interesting, and I had a guide, and then had like latest research. But that was a spreadsheet, and it was just very hard to manage. So I thought a website would make a lot more sense. So initially, the concept was just for kind of having the videos in one place, having a guide in one place. But I kind of grew as well, because I realized if you're really serious into airdrops, you have to know what's going on, right? So we grew this Twitter monitor, which actively scans Twitter for kind of like what is airdrop. So this is kind of like a filter list. So this uses AI to scan through Twitter. If it's like a boring giveaway, it just like doesn't even show up here, right? So this just shows like all the interesting, what AI deems to be interesting. And I'm still actively tuning this. So there's something funny story this weekend was I found that, you know, I was scanning did this, and I found that Stakestone was having an airdrop, and Ron didn't remind me. This is like Ron didn't know.
No, I knew, but I the allocation I got,
Like $1,000 worth.
I only got like 70.
Oh, hey, 70 is still something, okay?
Yeah, I was
got
gonna
1,000.
remind you, but I was like, is this really worth, for you? Like,
hey. No, it's because I played with Manta.
yeah.
Right? So I actually
That's why
I did 100 ETH in Manta.
Yeah,
so that's the difference. That's the difference.
I see.
That's the difference.
I see.
So I found that out over the weekend. So this is one of the ways to scan it. And obviously this is still a lot of work, okay? So scanning through this is still a lot of work. So now we have a news portion. This is really exciting. But this is where AI actually dissects the news for you. So you can actually see, like, we're doing this like every day. So like Stakestone airdrop live claim on BNB chain. So I saw this pop up, and then this was on the news. So then you can go for it. I think like AI actually got the link correct. Okay, they didn't get this link correct, but it actually got the. So what the AI does is that it takes a look at what is being talked about. It finds what's hot, and it makes a news summary for that.
Yeah.
So it's still it's a lot of AI stuff, but it's not what I would have wanted. Right? So this whole site is what I would have wanted, and the news stuff is the one that I'm tuning right now, which is like, how do you make this better and a little bit more interactive? And then like now it's actually reporting the tweets correctly. So Yapstorm, whatever the hell that is. Do you know Yapstorm, Ron?
No, I never heard of it.
It's AI smarter than you.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Like, this is a good tool.
Yeah, it's starting to get there. So it's linking the links correctly. There's still a lot of bugs. Like last time the links, the reference tweets are not like perfect. It's like it's making stuff up. There's a little bit of hallucinations, but I think I fixed that more or less. So play it on your own risks. But Saga airdrop. Hey, do you get Saga?
Yeah, of course. But it's peanuts.
Peanuts?
It's peanuts with the alt market right now, dude.
Whatever, right? Peanuts is still peanuts, right? This is like whatever. Hey,
Yeah.
if there's like still like 5 to 6 projects being, you can collect $50 from, hey, that's $300. Right?
Yeah,
It's not
here for the token,
Yeah.
The token, bring
Yeah.
it in here,
Yeah.
Who knows? The price appreciation in 10, 20 years,
Yeah, and this one's I'm gonna get this working too. If you guys don't want to watch videos, or you think videos are too long, there's a full video summary. So that's being fixed up right now. So quite a lot going on, guys. So really, really excited to show you guys some cool stuff. And yeah, it'll be fun. So we can summarize a lot of people's videos. So I'm like, yeah. And then we can collect more intel. Like once we collect enough intel, we can just like make some rumors. And I think like, yeah, I'll make a full video on this, but that's what I'm doing recently. Lots of learning. And I think it's one of the most fun periods. I'm learning a lot about like, programming overall, frameworks. Did a lot of optimization this weekend. Now the main page has a load more button because I realized that most people don't scroll down here. So why am I loading, all the B tier and C tier airdrops when I can just like,
They
put
only
a
want
load
S?
Yeah, you only want S, but there's a load all button now.
Okay.
So now it's like, it's still there. The functionality is still there. It's just that we kind of changed it a little bit, and that's okay. I mean, that's okay. All right. Cool. I'm really a grandpa to Airdrop, and this is great. Which is why we're gonna spoon feed you that. We are gonna spoon feed you. It's time. Even if you're a whale, it's time to go back to airdrops because you're not a whale anymore.
Just it's like last year all over again.
It's like last
but
year.
It was fun. It was hella fun. It was crazy.
So we've survived this before, and
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Martin, do you have to say something? Martin was always here all along, but he didn't say anything.
Here, I'm looking at the chat. Everyone seems good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a bunch of names we don't
New
see.
names too.
Yeah, we don't see them on Alpha Drop. You guys should come over to Alpha Drop as well.
Stop stealing my viewers.
Hey,
Hey, yo.
that's your channel too. What do you
That's true. That's true.
mean?
It's true.
What do you mean?
But yeah, do come over on Alpha Drop. We're more. That's the very. Whoa, that looks really cool. The thumbnail.
Yeah.
Is that a?
What's up, everyone? Leave a comment where you guys are from. We'd always love to know.
Nice.
Yes, sir. Where are you guys from? Are you guys from Australia?
Australia.
Antarctica.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna cancel my Streamlabs membership. Using another service. Yeah, you guys suck.
Yeah, it turns out we just need the stream key all along.
Yeah, we just need. Yeah, it's okay.
All along.
Yep.
All right, and I'm surprised BetaBot is BetaBot here on Boxmining, but on Alpha Drop, it's an idiot. It's an idiot show.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Yeah, I just canceled one of my Streamlabs because we can use this fine. That's great. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace. Oh, also, we're gonna do some content on Web3 content, even though I don't think you guys care. But we're gonna go to Web3 Festival today.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what the Chinese are up to.